It's your barber favorite barber, D-Rock, the motherfucking barber. And look how my boy came in today. So I put the neck strip on him, make sure everything is nice and tight. After I put the cape on him, I come in with my brush after I pin his hair up, just to brush it down to make sure everything nice and neat. I come in with my slim lines and I clean up that line, make sure that line is nice and clean underneath, and I go straight to the line. And I brush it down, make sure there's no excess hair laying over. Then I get my Andy Pros and I just line them up. The reason I line them up before I do the fade or anything, just to see and shape them up and see, the fade actually comes in the transition of a fade. And it makes the hairline a lot more easier to do, and it looks a lot more natural without using so much enhancements. So I just line them up, just line the bars up, and I don't usually do the full lineup, but I just line the bars up and make sure everything looking nice and dark. So after that, I come in with my one guard all the way open, and I leave a little space, but not too much space, and I just come in pretty high because this is gonna be a high taper. So, but I just put it in a little corner right before his ear. So after I do that, I make sure the line is nice and neat. That's why I keep going over it. Keep brushing it down, see which way the hair is laying. So this how it should be looking right now. Then I come in with that half guard all the way open, and I go to that line to make sure that line is nice and gone. A lot of new barbers, y'all probably won't see it, but as you get into the barber game and really understand how hair lays, you'll be able to see that line. So I comb it down to make sure everything is nice and even. Then I come in with that no guard all the way open, make sure it's nice and clean.
Let's go breathe.
Then I come back in there with that no guard halfway open, just to clean up that bottom line. And I'm about to take it out, so I'm getting ready to take that line out, but I'm cleaning it up with it halfway open, brushing it down, make sure I can really see it. Then I come in and attack that line all the way closed, and watch how it just come out by itself. Boom. Then I come back in with that half guard all the way open, and I just kind of basically fade down. Now I'm slowly closing my half guard just as I attack that line to make that fade a lot more better. I'm using my corners a lot just so the blend, and I don't cut too much hair, and the blend can be nice and transitional. Playing with that lever a lot helps you out a lot. So after I put the fade in and everything, I look at it from the side view, then I come in and I do some more work. The side view helps you a lot, just to see if it's really blended how you want it to blend. I can look on cameras, and that's why I turn it to the side and I look in my mirror. Boom, like that. Different angles show you different things. Use your angles. Your angles is gonna help you a lot. So after that, I moved down to his beard. I comb everything out, make sure everything's nice and even. Then I come in there with that note guard all the way open, and I fade, and I just basically backwards fade. Come in there with that half guard, and it's gonna fade itself. Boom, half guard all the way open to that line. Keep fading it. Then I come in there with that one guard all the way open, and I just fade that out. And I use my one guard open at an angle. At an angle, you know, you just gotta know the angle. You gotta know how much your clippers can cut. So boom, after I do that little line right there, make sure everything's nice and crispy. Come around there like that. And I come down with that one guard all the way closed, and I go with the grain, just knock all the hair down, make everything nice and even behind the ear and all. See how that transition to the back fade is a lot more cleaner, because I cut it down to all the same length. Line is back up. So I come in and I basically do the same thing that I did on the side. The exact same process, the exact same everything. And just if you follow, you'll see. I'm gonna make it real simple for the back tape. Real simple. No guard open, an inch, just to get the blend right. One and a half all the way closed, all the way up. Fade that out real quick. One guard open, fade that out real quick.
Let's go breathe.
So I comb his hairline down to make everything nice and even, and I go in with that no guard all the way open, and I kind of just trim it, but I don't go all the way to the skull because it's gonna cut too much. But I just trim the extra hairs and I just go straight across. Boom, tell him to put his head straight, and I just go straight across. Hit everything a couple more times just to make sure everything nice and cool. Tap his beard line a little bit, make sure everything's nice and smooth on that end right there. Boom. Use my skinny end of my two-way comb so I can get more hairs. I'm giving y'all free game. Free. Then I put that shave gel on there. After I put that shave gel on there, I let it sit for like 2 or 3 minutes, and I come in, tell him to blow his cheek out. And I make sure everything is nice and crispy. After I line them up and make sure everything is nice and crispy, I get under his neck, clean up what's going on under his neck. Then I hit it with the straight razor on the top of his lip, make sure everything's nice and clean. Then voila. And this is why I'm your barber favorite barber. Come excel with me as we go along on this barber journey. Leave tips and anything to help the next person out. I want you to like and subscribe and follow my IG.